If you watch my channel, you know that I play Smash casually. I make videos playing free-for-alls with friends, I get characters into Elite Smash, and sometimes I'll run first to 10s with people. But what you haven't seen is how I would play in an actual competitive setting. I'm talking an actual register-to-play, double elimination bracket, sort of like the Smashing Legends weekly tournament I entered for this video. The rules for the tournament were simple. 3 stock 8 minutes, hazards off, these stages are legal, and you have to call a moderator to lag test during the set if the connection feels unplayable. Yeah, I forgot to mention this. This is an online tournament. Every match is fully dependent on you and your opponent's connection. Competitive Smash suffered an entire quarantine commentating over Sonic's timing top players out and NES players that are irrelevant now that offline tournaments are back. And after all the communication errors and disconnects, you'd think the Smash community would have it down by now. But after the first 5 seconds of my first game of the entire tournament, I'd like to say no. This community hasn't learned anything at all. We requested a moderator to come down for a lag test and decide whose Wi-Fi wasn't working because we both were strongly claiming it wasn't either of us. And after he tested both of us, he decided that it wasn't either of us. It was just Wi-Fi being Wi-Fi. So I resumed my set with Midozan, Cloud vs. Wolf. I figured I'd take him to Pokemon Stadium 2 to counter Cloud's mobility with aerial attacks because PS2 has a bit of space between the Legend platform, unlike Battlefield and Small Battlefield, where it's very tight and lets Cloud drop through the platforms and use very fast options. Game 1 was pretty close overall. I took the first stock off an SD and kept the stock lead for most of the game. He hit me with a limit cross slash and followed up with a very good offstage back air to bring me to last stock. It almost ended up going last hit, but I luckily read his spot dodge with an up special to take game 1. And hey, before we move on this video, I'd like to thank Smashing Legends for organizing this whole event. They usually host these weekly, so if you'd like to enter one of their tournaments, click the link in the description so you can join their Discord server, which will update you on any upcoming events. And also, while you're at it, it'd be awesome if you subscribed. Most of my viewers aren't subbed, which is very goodness, that's a lot of people that aren't subbed. But hey, what do you say you help a brother out and get me from 200 to 2,000 eventually. So remember what I said about Battlefield platforms? Well, I forgot to strike Battlefield from the stage list and almost watched my life flash before my very eyes. In the previous game, me and this Cloud were going pretty even, but this game I was getting cooked. It didn't stop me from putting up a fight though. I brought it down to last stock and then I died. Game 3 was just about as tense as Game 1. We were going back and forth doing combos and taking each other's stocks until it all came down to yet another last stock game. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened on his end, but Midozan, if you're watching, please ping me in the Discord server because you were really fun to fight, and I didn't want to win like that. However, we take those. Moving on. My next opponent was DF8, a Min player, and I was a bit worried at first because I didn't know if I could handle fighting Min as Wolf. But I stuck it out and ran the matchup even though it was difficult for me. He had the lead until last stock where I made a comeback and won. Or so I thought. Let's go. Let's go! Whoa, what? No! Are you kidding? Yeah, well, what do I expect playing a mid-tier like Wolf? Next game, I took it to FD, hoping I could find openings to attack Min from above without platforms getting in my way. I put up a good fight, but I SD'd stock 2 and it cost me the set. I hate this game, bro. Oh my gosh. So I dropped down to loser's bracket to fight Narwhal, and I just barely won game 1 against his Incineroar, so I figured it was time to give Wolf a break and bring out the big guns. My Donkey Kong was going bananas. I got a good early lead and 2 stock this plant to take the set. Is that it? Let's go. I had a little bit of time to relax while I was waiting for my next set, and then I realized that it was taking a really long time. Like, a really long time. So I checked in to see how the set was going, and it was a Greninja Ditto that took a half hour to finish. I was glad that it was over until I recalled something I discussed with a friend a while back. The Greninja matchup is very difficult for Wolf. It's actually very hard for every single character I play. So I actually debated going DK, but instead I just went Falcon. Game 1 was pretty close, but I ended up losing to a lucky Shadow Sneak call out of his. I realized by the end of Game 1 that after every time he missed an attack, he'd roll immediately after. So as long as I was to react to his bad habit, I should surely take the set. Game 2 came and I got cheesed my first stock, then camped out the second stock, and then played the worst bit of Smash Ultimate I think I've ever played. It all led to my downfall. I deserved to lose that game. Doesn't mean it wasn't a sad way to go out, but still, I deserved to lose. I'm not satisfied with how I performed. I know I can do way better. I was nervous, and I lacked confidence. At times, I got caught up in tough decisions, but now I know what to do for next time. I'm going solo DK and cooking every last one of you.